Welcome to this call and this time together. Thank you for being here. And breathe a sigh of gratitude for yourself for doing what you needed to do to take this time for you. Set an intention for this time to be completely present. Turn off distractions, notifications, just settle in and give yourself this 30 minutes of perfect presence in the now. And read with me out loud if possible the 4 pillars. My true self is created from and is a piece of the divine, God, infinite intelligence, pure love. I am perfect, worthy, inherently valuable as I am. I am not becoming. I am discovering and aligning. I am. Everything in life happens for my highest and best. There are no accidents. Life happens for me, not to me. Now is all there is. There is no then or there, yesterday or tomorrow, before or after. There is only now, and authentic gratitude is the doorway to accessing it. Relaxing and allowing. This openness brings the flow of inspired ideas and actions. This aligns me with my true self. So as you're relaxing into this moment right now, maybe still settling in to where you are, whether you're seated or laying down, or just notice where you are physically right now. Bring your awareness using your mind's eye, the inner eye, to bring awareness to your outer environment. Notice what's behind you, around you, in front of you. We're strengthening our inner senses by doing this. Some people might struggle a little bit to see things in their inner eye or hear things with their inner ear, feel things. But the more you do this, the more you practice it, the more you give yourself a lot of grace and be gentle with yourself. Don't judge the fact if you struggle with it. It's perfectly fine. Just keep practicing, and it will become more and more accessible to you. Things will start just emerging and appearing, and you'll just start noticing that you're doing it. And if you're new to this practice to begin with, notice thoughts come and go. Don't judge them. Don't judge your distraction. If you get distracted, no problem. You're not doing it wrong. Where the issue is we judge whatever happens. It isn't what happens. It is our judgment about it. So if you notice yourself distracted, thinking about something you're going to do later or what you did already today, something that's coming up this weekend or this month, any time other than the present moment now, don't judge it. Let it go. And bring your awareness back to your breath. So with me, let's practice some present moment breathing from the deepest part of your belly. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Holding it. And exhaling out slowly, fully relaxing even more. Settling into where you are as you exhale that air all the way out. Inhale again, deeper this time, filling up the entire torso slowly but fully holding it at the very top of your head. And exhaling it out, relaxing any muscles in your face that might be tight, eyes, forehead, jaw, relaxing the shoulders down, arms and legs even heavier, feeling where they are, pushing that air all the way out. Again, from the deepest place, this is the best tool we have to bring us back to the present moment, filling all that air, noticing the heart space, putting a big bright sun right in the middle of your chest and your heart, feeling that warmth as the air continues to flow up, holding that, and the sun and the warmth permeating through every part of your body. Exhaling that warmth, energy, light, feeling it flow over you and through you, and even around you, down to your toes, noticing the tingling that's happening in your toes. That's energy, your fingers. And as you continue your breathing, just a couple things to bring your awareness to throughout the rest of the exercise is relaxing in, bringing thoughts back to the breath, and noticing the warmth that permeates from your heart center, that heart area. Proverbs 4:23. Mind your heart, from there flows all other areas of your life. Everything emits from there. It's your true self place. Aligning to this, rewiring to the true self. That's pure love. That's what we're doing here together during these times. And realizing that it's going to take a few times of repetition with non-judgment, with the openness inside yourself to see things and feel things differently. So in your mind's eye, wherever you are right now, we're going to go to our imagination place, which is where we can actually rewire, refire to new truth of who you are. That is the place of faith, to see things internally before you will see them externally. Everything that you see externally was created internally first. So in your imagination place, in the internal creation place, now that you are centered and more connected to the true you, imagine a photo album. You're holding it or putting it on the place in front of you. But it's a very specific, unique to you photo album, as photo albums are. And continuing with the deep breathing, especially if you feel any kind of snag or any kind of anxiousness or distraction, keeping the breathing going. Go ahead and open to the beginning of the photo album. Open to any page, but ask your true self to go back to the page where you're very young. Maybe you see multiple pictures on the 2 pages that lay in front of you. Notice them. Notice which ones the true you brought to those pages. And be gentle about it. Maybe some of these pictures are joy-filled. You look back, you're noticing you as a baby. maybe as a toddler, as a young child. See which ones are there for you and take a few moments. If you're noticing any photos that actually are hard to see, are hard to look at, maybe they're painful for you. This is why this part of you is bringing it up, because in our subconscious, we don't have time. There is no time. It's not linear. So those things are still present. That wound, that pain, that wiring of your young self, the thought emotion wiring is still present in your now. That's why you can see it in your photo album. And if it's painful, just see that specific picture that actually might be a painful thing for you to see. You're seeing it from an observer. You're seeing it as an onlooker. But that pain you can still feel in that picture of the young you. Using some of the things we have done together, or if you haven't done maybe the timeline exercise, or if you haven't gone back to the you and loved the you, this is where this idea comes from, and this is where it would help you. See that picture with new internal eyes connected to a new internal emotional connection to your true you, meaning love. And see whatever that picture brings up for you through the eyes of love to that young you. Sending a love message of emotional infusion, transfusion to that young you. Because from now, your perspective, life happened for you. It never happened to you. You just didn't know. With the understanding you have now, send that message to that young you. See the strength that you now have as a result of those experiences you've had in those pictures. For the positive and the negative, they were all for you, the positive. But in your wiring, they still show up as a negative. Rewire that now as you're looking at these different photos that might still be a little bit hard to see and feel. Refeel them with a new understanding. We'll take just a few moments for you to do that. And moving now, turning the page for your photo album to see your current situation, pictures that are coming up from what you call your present time. Seeing and feeling any painful situation that's happening now in your current pictures of your photo album. Let the healing that came from the younger photos, let them even come forward and bring healing to your present situations if they are applicable. But seeing the photos of the specific situations happening in your current situation, seeing those through different eyes, connection to self, to the true self, to the love that is there for them. Sending those healing emotions, those rewirings to your current situations. And don't go into thought. Don't think about these things. That keeps us in those patterns of thought and emotion. When you notice yourself thinking, let that be an indicator light for you to go, okay, we're coming back to the breath, coming back to our imagination, coming back to our inner sense, not our inner thought, our inner feeling. And we're moving to gratitude for all that we've learned, all that we've experienced, all that we can feel now through different eyes in our imagination. As you go through your day, if you notice yourself going into the thought that we're addicted to, the thought patterns, notice it without judgment and breathe. Access that true, be still and know the true place, the true heart place. Bring your awareness there and bring these situations to your mind's eye. Use a photo album, use a movie screen, use whatever device works for you. Bring them to your mind and rewire them emotionally from the true place of love, of gratitude, shifting to those emotions as soon as you can. And then dealing with these pictures from that heart, true self, pure love, God, infinite intelligence place. Doesn't live in thought. And turn one more page now in your photo album. And this is for in the present moment, the creation that you will experience moving forward in your life. But creating it now using your imagination, connected to your true self, feeling the purpose, feeling the mission, the calling that's on your life, that's in your inside of you that you can feel pulling you. Put some pictures in that photo album that represent that calling, that feeling, that creation that is yet to be externally for you. Feel it from a place of abundance because that's who we are. Feel it from a place of alignment because that's who we are. Feel it from a place of honoring the deepest part of you, your values. What is in store? What is coming that is being created now with not attachment? Be careful you don't get attached to specific things, but that feeling that is pulling you, the images that will come to you. Create photos in your photo album. Let those images keep pulling you and pulling you and pulling you with gratitude that they are happening right now. This place doesn't have a time. There's no time. That's why we have to go back and heal the snags because they hinder us from actually living our purpose. They all live within us right now. Pillar number 3. So as you are rewiring and refiring to new emotional truths inside of you of who you are and who you've always been, these images will get clearer, brighter, fill you up with huge amounts of gratitude. That emotional connection is what becomes the attraction inside of you to have your outside world manifest completely different realities to you. But they will feel so natural when they happen because they are. They're all around you right now. That calling, that destiny is there. Feel the realness of it from your heart center. Shifting to gratitude continually for I am grateful. I am clearer. I am more open every day. I am getting clearer every moment. Thank you. Staying in a place of gratitude for the evidence of it that you see internally. If you ever shift to a want or desire or a hope, or desperation, that's what you'll keep getting more of. This is the law. So always shift using your imagination to the new truth that you're aligning to inside you and feeling it as deeply and as strongly, as clearly as you can. That feel comes first before you will see it in your outside world. And as we shift to journaling, take whatever has come up for you in this exercise. Again, don't judge. And stay and shift, keep shifting to the realness of healing, the realness of gratitude, the realness of creation and faith, the realness of where you want to be, and write that out. Write that out from an I am statement. Write it out that it's already happened and happening now. And be gentle with yourself. Namaste.